I did a little bit of horse trading with the Seagull and picked up this nice little dial indicator. It's a half tenth, so I didn't have anything this accurate, so I was excited to see it. It's got a short range of travel. One rotation of the dial, as you can see, is only 4 thousandths. And it'll make 9, maybe 10 rotations, so roughly 36 thousandths total travel. Seems to be in fairly good condition. I mean, the crystal is nice and clear. The back face is nice and clean. No major damage, but there is a problem. So it's got some stiction. See if I can get it to go here. There we go. All right. So it does operate, but as you can see, it's pretty sticky. Okay. And then the other thing is it doesn't go past about half its travel, right there, about almost 4.5 revolutions. It's hitting something. Okay, so we're going in. Let me take the back off here and see what we can see. Okay, the operating room is ready. We've got our patient anesthetized and ready to go, tools sterilized. Our most important tool is a big magnifying glass and the Optivisor. So let's go. There we go. Now, does it make a difference which way this cover is orientated? There is a just in case it makes a difference, let me put a little mark on there. Okay. Just looking to see if there's anything obvious. My hope is that I don't have to go any farther than this, and it's just going to be a piece of debris or something gummed up. Okay, let me take a closer look. Okay, guys, I've been studying this thing for about a half an hour now, and we got good news and bad news. Okay, so the travel issue, and I'm trying to watch through the camera here, so if it's a little jerky, apologies. So it was getting stuck, or it still is getting stuck at about 4.5 revolutions. Well, as you can see, I got it working now. Okay, so what was happening, it's the stylus tip here. Okay, so there it's stopping. Okay, So either this is the wrong tip or it's not intended to travel that far, because what happens, the width of this tip is wider than the shaft itself, so it just ends up hitting the body. So if I back this out a ways, and we can get our full travel, okay? All right, now the next item, okay. So let me get the flashlight in here. Here, let me run it all the way down, and then we'll take a look at it. It's hard to do it with one hand and holding the flashlight and so on and so forth. Okay. See what happens to that spring? It just kind of turns into a beehive. I don't know. Maybe that's normal. I don't know. I have no idea. So throwing this out there for the committee. So if anybody knows, is that normal? I don't think so. All right, so then we got one other issue, and I think I can fix this one. So I noticed when I'm holding it like this, it travels nicely, okay? When I flip it over and try to actuate it, see there? It's jamming. So what I figured out is the bezel's got some play. So if I pull up on the bezel, it runs just fine. If I push down on the bezel, if I can do it here, it jams, okay? So we must be hitting the needle, okay? So I'm going to take the bezel off and see what I can do with that. But yeah, I know my limitations. I don't think I'm going to go after that spring. I was kind of looking at this to figure out how you service it. And I think what you do, obviously you take the stylus tip off. I believe the barrel here unscrews, and then there's 2 screws in the back. I think the entire movement assembly, after you pull the needles, will come out so that you can work on it as an assembly, because I think if you try to take this apart as it is here, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to have a heck of a time trying to get everything back in alignment. Yeah, so pretty interesting. The gears look good. Everything's clean. I might just put a little drop of some really fine oil on those bearings. So anyways, I'm going to see if I can address this bezel issue. Okay guys, that was just way too fiddly to try to film, but check it out. And I can push down, still works, pull up, works. See the little piece of tape I put there? That's the key to finding that little nub to line up with the little notch in the scale. So what it was actually the needle was dragging on the crystal, so I ended up bending it down a little bit. I did get the scale to lay flatter, so that we improved that. Of course, we cleaned it as well while we had it apart. But yeah, it took several tries on and off, and it was just way too fiddly to try to film, but I ended up just bending the needle down just a little bit at a time. It took like 3 tries to finally get it to where it wouldn't drag anymore. So I still don't like that mainspring. I think I'm probably going to end up sending this to MR Tool to have them look at it. I've got a few others that need some TLC as well, so I'll probably just do a package deal at some point in time and just have them go through several of them. But anyways, much better. And then we're going to have to try to find a different stylus tip, a real skinny one. Okay, anyways, thanks guys. Remember to hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, so just a follow-up note, I forgot to mention this. So I did look at a couple of videos and I found, I think it was Halligan 42. He had a similar one, but it was only a half thousandths. No, I take that back. It was a tenth, not a half tenth indicator. And very similar. It had, from what I could see, one less gear movement inside. And I was looking at the mainspring that he was showing, and it doesn't have the problem that this one has. So this definitely is not correct. But just looking at the overall quality, this is really a nice indicator. So it's definitely a worthy candidate to get sent off and to get properly addressed. So just wanted to throw that in. All right, thanks again, guys.